What is up, my little pretties? It's your mistress, the Line is here, and today we are back with another episode of Teen Titan Reviews. Now, I was going to do this, in separate parts, but I decided, you know what, I'm going to do it all in one video because, well, it's basically the episode. It's basically all the same episode. This basically is pretty much the episode. However, though, it would have been a very long episode if it was all just there. So, with that being said, I am going to do an episode review on the end. Now, the end is a very dark episode. Well, there's parts of it. Like, there's part 1, 2, and 3. And now, all of them are very dark. I can definitely say that. They're all very dark in a matter of way. They are very dark. However, they are all really good episodes. Now, I will be, explaining every episode. So, yeah. Let's get on with it, shall we? Now, basically what happens in this episode is the end. Now, part 1 of it, I am going to review all the parts in order. So, the end, part 1, I actually found part 1 to be dark. Now, these 3 episodes are the most darkest episodes of Teen Titans. I found all of them to be quite dark in the matter of ways. Now, some people may find this not dark, but that's just your opinion. But I found this one, all of them, to be very dark. Now, basically, what I mean by that is that these episodes are very dark. Now, let's begin on why they're dark and stuff before we get on to the business. So, let's get started with the episode. Now, the first part, the end part 1, is basically about, the end of the world. Kind of like that, but it's from Teen Titans' perspective, so there's not really too much to give. So basically, the Titans go to do stuff after they fight Plasmas. They go and do some nice fun stuff like eating pizza and that. So Raven acts like nothing is going on, but however, in the inside, she's like freaking out because, well, this is basically the end of the world. So Raven explains that it's the end of the world. So, however, the Titans try to say that Trigon needs her to open the portal so he can take over Earth, which Raven, in perspective, did not want to do that. So she basically tells the Titans that she doesn't want to do it, but then after some time, she's having visions of her father and stuff as the episode goes around. Raven ends up saying, okay, you know what, I'll go with Slade. Because, Slade, the Titans try to fight them off, but Raven stops and finally goes with them. So when she gets to the same area located, the old library that we saw in the Prophecy episode, she goes to it, and she ends up going to take over the world, but however, Robin and the Titans try to stop Raven, but Raven ends up saying, and as my friends, you have to let me go. So basically, the end of part 1 is when Trigon comes out and he takes over. However, that's the end of part 1. Part 2, on the other hand, is basically have the Titans, realizing that everything is like all wasteland, basically. So you could kind of picture it as hell mixed with Fallout Wasteland or something. It's your imagination, so you guys can come up with whatever it looked like to you. Well, in my opinion, it looks pretty interesting, to say the least. Now, basically, the Titans ended up having to go find Raven so they can get the world back to the way it is. So basically, they have to find Raven. However, Slade comes around, and basically, the Titans did not trust Slade, but they realize that if they want to get their friend back, they have to trust him, even no matter how much they don't like him. So, they basically trust Slade, and, so what happens is, Robin goes with Slade to find Raven, while meanwhile, Starfire, Beast Boy, and Cyborg end up going to fight Trigon, but however, though, later on in this episode, they end up realizing they're fighting evil clones of themselves. and they realize that they can't fight each other. They can't fight their own selves, but perhaps they could defeat each other, which they successfully do that. And however, they still can't stop Trigon, so they basically have to wait for Robin. So later on in the episode, Slade, drops Robin off at a certain location of where Raven might be. So he goes there, and he finds out Raven's a young kid at the time. So that's basically ended in part 2. Part 3, on the other hand, is when it's the finale of season 4. And I found it's a really nice ending to season 4 of Teen Titans. Even though all the end episodes from part 1 and part 2 is also known as episode 50, 51, and 52 of the whole series of Teen Titans. But they're also known as episode 11, 12, and 13 of the whole series. Of season 4. So basically, Robin and Raven end up going to stop, basically to end Slade. So, not really, but Slade has his own problems while Robin's trying to help Raven. Then realize that that she can take over Slade. That she can take on Trigon as she's the daughter. So basically, more of this episode, it goes on more when Slade gets into a fight. He joins the fight with the Titans when they all meet to defeat Trigon. However, the Titans can't seem to defeat him. But however, Raven uses her powers as a kid, and she's like back to her normal self, and she goes to fight Trigon. So basically, she uses her ultimate power and destroys Trigon, her demon father, and she turns the world back to the way it was. So that's basically pretty much the episodes to the end, part 1, 2, and 3. Now, what did I think of all 3 of them? Now, despite the fact that they split this into 3 parts, I'm just gonna say right now that I decided why not put them all in one video, because, they're basically the same episode, but if they kept this all in one episode, it'd be like an hour-long episode. So, an hour and a half long, maybe a 2-hour episode, but with all due sincerity, this episode was actually very good. In a matter of ways, I can definitely say that this episode did pretty good. Now, however, though, the next part of it gets really weird. And this is something I'm gonna say right now, is that the Titans and all that, they try to defeat Trigon thinking they can, but they realize the only one who can do that is Raven. So that is basically something right there. Now, I honestly found all these 3 episodes to be a really great finale for season 4 of Teen Titans. Now, I obviously don't have too much to say, but you can definitely say that, this episode is pretty good. Now, with all due sincerity, this episode was actually very good. Like, in a matter of ways, this episode actually provided very good information. Now, however, I could definitely say that this is actually one of the darkest episodes of Teen Titans. Like, the birthmark episode was dark, along with, other stuff. Besides birthmark being a dark episode, there are other ones like the prophecy. That one was actually very dark too. But I honestly found the end was actually the most darkest episodes ever been. Even though it's only 3 episodes, even though there's only 3 parts of this episode, I honestly found it all to be, quite interesting. Now, it is dark. I could definitely say that this episode kind of, I really got a little nervous about this episode as a kid, because it was like a very dark episode. But I could definitely say that the episode was actually really good. Now, do I have anything negative to say about any of these episodes? Surprisingly, no. I don't have anything negative to say about it. They're all really good. I could definitely say that, all these episodes are good, but they are actually very dark. And these are actually one of the darkest Teen Titans episodes they have done. I know there's other ones that have gone dark, but these episodes are great to end season 4. Like, I find all of them to be very good to end season 4. Now, note that this episode, if you guys find this one to be more dark, these to be darker than the other ones, just comment down below and let me know. But I honestly found them to be the super dark ones I've ever seen in my entire life. Now, with that being said, Ed, I'm going to say right now that these episodes were pretty good. And I can't honestly find anything negative to say about this episode. I honestly found the concept of it, all of them, to be pretty good. Even though it's the entire episode, I'm like, I'll review all 3 parts in one video because it would make more sense to do that. But anyways, with that said, it's actually, they're all really good. Like, the concept itself, of the concepts of all of them are actually really good. The storyline of how the episodes went are pretty good. Pretty good. I like the animations for them and the storylines. All of them are pretty dark. Even though these episodes are dark, they're actually really good. Now, I know this is actually going to be one of the longer videos I've made of Teen Titans, but these are actually pretty good episodes. Now, like I'm going to say right now, this is simply my own personal opinion, and if you disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to this Teen Titans episode. This is simply my own personal thoughts. My final rating of all 3 episodes are 10 out of 10 for 1, 2, and 3. All the parts are great. They're all amazing. I think they did a great job with them. Even though they are dark episodes, I still really enjoyed them. I got terrified of them as a kid, but as I got older, I became not so scared of them anymore. I honestly found them to be all really good. Especially for the regular Teen Titans. Not Teen Titans Go, by the way, because that show sucks. But I could definitely say that this show has a really good endings to, like, these 3 endings were pretty good too. So I could definitely say that they were all good. Now, anyways, what did you all think about these 3 episodes of Teen Titans The End from part 1 to part 2? Did you enjoy them? Did you not? Also, what we have done personally to help make these episodes a lot better? Leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. I'm the Shadow Linus. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you're brand new here to this channel, be sure you like, comment, subscribe because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you guys will not miss an upload. So with that said, I'm the Shadow Linus. I'll be seeing you all in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this long ass episode of Teen Titans. And with that said, I hope to see you all in the next video. Peace out.